fans on. Right, all of this so I can go and eat a sandwich. Oh man. So, oh, cute doggy. New camera angle again today, going back to the chest mount. Welcome back everyone. Been about a month, I think, since our last video. 3 weeks just vanish when you're offshore, just completely. You have zero time to do anything other than work and sleep. But we're back, trying to catch some of this. Oh, look at that old Ford. Trying to catch some of this nice weather, or at least dry weather, before it starts getting too cold and shitty to get out in the bike. So I've made myself a tasty sandwich, and I'm going to pick a point about, I don't know, 20-minute ride from home, get out and about, good chance to record a vlog, show you some of the nicer roads round about home, and shoot the shit. Yeah, so my god, what an absolute pain in the ass it is setting up to go motovlogging. It's fun, but it's such a pain in the hole. Like, that was a solid 15-20 minutes of trying to get stuff set and right and everything else, and to be honest, no, my luck's probably not going to work. I have like a 50% success rate with vlog quality, positioning of the camera and all this other stuff, so yeah, but nice to be out on the bike, out on two wheels, the open road. So what was I going to say? Yeah, I've been having to think about life. Yeah, just lack of progress in certain areas, in terms of projects and otherwise. Alright. And I think I've been able to try and to liken it to something, so that people are often like, oh, you think you've got all the time in the world when you're back. You don't at all. I think I've explained this before, but I only kind of really hit the nail on the head this time home when I was like, I go away, I've got a good routine, especially in the final week, and I go away for 3 weeks and I don't do anything really other than work. It's like trying to get fit. If you were to do it, if you imagine you had a fitness regime where as soon as you got into the swing of things, you just left it all for 3 weeks and then came back, and you were expected to try and find this motivation or enthusiasm to get started and hit the ground running again, like to try and pick up where you went off. Anyone who knows anything about just generally trying to keep fit or otherwise, or maintain hobbies, is that they all build a momentum. They don't build purely on motivation, enthusiasm. It's cool, it's raining. It's a continued motivation, a continued momentum. Yeah, like imagine having to do your first gym session every month, every 3 weeks. You would think, oh god, I can't be arsed with this, I'm going to be unfit, I can't be bothered with this. And that's the only really thing I can compare this nature and this way of working to how it impacts my hobbies. And it sounds as though it's woe is me. It's not that at all. It's just I thought if you were to ask me, you know what, here's 3 weeks to do exactly what you want, and it's almost as unconfined, like there's 3 weeks to just literally do everything that you can in that time period. So you've got to try and be a partner, you've got to try and do other things, you've got to find all this motivation and be expected to have this motivation because that's the only time frame you've got to do it. You put this tremendous pressure on yourself to try and, right, must get out there. And don't get me wrong, I was out in the garage yesterday, I was dicking around, doing a few bits and bobs in this low cost build, quick build, but it's anything but quick because I need Herculean amounts of effort to really get close to it. Not to mention picking up the camera, doing this and do that. Again, this isn't a woe is me, it's just me trying to unpack why it is that I find it really difficult to try and get out to the garage or to try and continue doing stuff. Well, look, here's an example. I've been home a week. I got home on the Wednesday night. The Thursday I went and got my hair cut and went for a run, and those were the two big things I ticked off. And then from Wednesday through to Monday evening, I've been away on at a wedding on the West Coast, which was awesome, really good. But also, that's a lot of time, and before you know it, you're home a week, and you're like, oh shit, I've not done anything. No, I don't know. However, on that note, having successfully managed to miss every single motorbike show this year, in the past year or so, not by choice, just by stupid work routine, but I've successfully managed to miss everything, including the one up this weekend, because I'm doing a half marathon this weekend, stupidly. Just stay at me, look like a melted candle, and not really the half marathon type build. But yeah, missing all the shows probably didn't really help in terms of having some kind of target. However, yesterday I was dicking around in the garage, got my side panels I printed ages ago sorted, ready to try and make some more for this low cost build. And then I got some finished off my battery box, ordered a new battery, so there's wee bits and bobs ticking away. Look at this road, Hatton of Fintry it's called. I'm trying to eat my sandwich somewhere, tasty sandwich. No lobster, this is a prawn sandwich, but not tasty lobster like the last time. So yeah, I've got a few bits and bobs I want to get done. I still haven't got to the engine builders. I think I'm just going to bite the bullet and get the cylinder block sent up, and just not wince about the price of getting it sent, because to be honest it would cost me the same in getting it taken to holy fucker, that's so good. Cost me the same getting it taken driving up anyway, because it's on the other side of Inverness, so. Nice. Let me think, folks, what do you think of the chest mount? Has it moved? Is it probably moved? No, it's alright. It's not the stablest, to be honest, but first few miles are always a bit tentative. Nothing quite like delicious spirits. The only thing you miss out on in with the chest mount, I guess, is some of the nice scenery. Where is it? Oh, there's some. Oh, nice. Perfect position to get fucking T-boned. Huh. So, yes, I'm going to probably send that engine away, get a box sorted. be worthwhile. And then I need to think about having a wee switcheroo, because that battery box is almost done and needs welded in. I actually may or may not have bought that house I was speaking about, which is currently, I say may or may not because it's currently undergoing all of that shit that buying a house undergoes, like processing all these bits and bobs. So yeah, after that last vlog where I went to get a lobster roll, and I mentioned that house, I think my girlfriend and I went to have a look at it again, decided that yes, we would like this house, and put an offer in and got accepted, and now it's just undergoing all of that stuff, the fun bits about buying a house, like the conveyancing or whatever the hell it's called. So God, I love the sound of this thing. So yeah, that's so that's happened. So if that goes through in the next month or so, then yeah, I'll need to pack up and move all my shit out of the garage. But before I do that, I would quite like to get this this other bike stripped down, get the thing welded in, get the frame painted, and yeah, just generally get that bike a little bit further on. There's no garage in this other place. Not that way. It's a nice big corner. There's no garage in this place. There's a lot of outbuildings again, but that's one thing I'll need to save and sort out as I hit a garage. But that in itself causes quite a bit of excitement because I get to build a garage, shoeless shed style. So building a nice workshop would be a, yeah, don't know, bit of a goal there. So I thought we'd turn off somewhere. So yeah, that brings a whole new chapter of life to figure out, money to sort out. What the fuck is it, this one? Let's go contour, baby. That's pretty. Anyway, so talk about that weird rattle top ends. I don't know. We might have to take it to India at some point. Pay their eye-watering fees. I don't think it's anything particularly dangerous, but just worth getting checked out, I guess. So anyway, it's yeah, so that could be happening. I'm not getting my hopes up yet until everything's been finalised and agreed and approved. And oh man, to me this no greater sign than an angry V-twin. God. Whether it's a Ducati, whether it's this thing, even some Harley seem class. This is a good road. Hey, we're doing this. So yeah, that's the if all that happens, that's going to be really exciting. Can maybe look at that biker B&B thing we were speaking about as well in the last video. So We shall see. We shall see. Nothing quite like an impending recession and energy crisis to really give you a lot of confidence for buying another house. Holy fucker. That's quite wide. Probably need to commit to that more. Tasty, tasty prawn roll. Tasty, tasty prawn roll. Tasty, tasty prawn roll. Tasty! Woo! Jesus, this road's awesome. Man, I could do with a slipper clutch. The tail light just kicked out there. Oh well. Or just learn to ride better, I guess. Oh, train. That's fun. I'm not going to be out too long today, but I do need to find a nice place to eat my sanny. Getting really tasty sandwich. Just go left, not right. Where the fuck are you going? Hi, I'd like to just brake in the middle of the road. Simply shit. Simply shit, my leg. How dare you inconvenience me by a second? More bikes. This is nice, isn't it? I know what's going to happen here. I'm going to plan to eat my lunch somewhere. And I'll just keep riding and end up eating it at home. But you know what? If that happens, that happens. At least I get to hang out with my dog then. On my roll off, got to go on my little motorcycle run. Shit, I should wear my sunglasses. Just need a nice picnic area, you know? Is that too much to ask for? So it is now 20 to 1. Oh, I'm training for a half marathon, and it's due to happen pretty soon. Let's go Dunact. That's a good road. Just cut in front of this thing as well. Yes, it is due to happen on Sunday, and anyone who knows me is I am not really built for half marathons. I'm more accustomed to lifting weights and generally being a fat slob. However, my girlfriend stupidly asked me when I was turboed about 3 months ago, hey, this would be a really good idea. Wouldn't this get us fit? Wouldn't this be a great thing to do? I said great a lot. It's really weird. It was not great. But anyway, I stupidly said yes, maybe at the hope of saying yes would... Anyway, yeah, so I am doing that. The time is now upon me. My girlfriend's doing it as well. Her training is going equally as shit. riddled with injuries and otherwise, but it is on Sunday. So yesterday, whilst I was offshore, I tried to do as much as I could in the time frame that I had. Also had, what do you call it? I had some, did a few long runs. So I did a long run yesterday, did a 17-kilometer run yesterday, 10-mile run yesterday, and I didn't die, so that's good, because look at that, that's kind of weird. But it is on Sunday in Edinburgh. Luckily it's probably one of the flattest half marathons, which is good to know. But also it is a half marathon, so I've got a Just Giving page. Anyone feels like they would like to contribute and help for charity and stuff, it is for Clan, which is a girlfriend, my charity my girlfriend works for. It's like a cancer support charity. So yeah, there is a link page, a Just Giving page. I'll probably do one more run tomorrow, 5k or 5k on Friday, and then it'll be chill till Sunday. Even not going to drink beer this week, that's how serious I'm taking this prep. So we've got a few kind people that have... Hello Mr. Cow. Come on then. A few kind people that have given me my honeys already. I quite like this Just Cam, you know. I should really have just passed this car, but not to worry. She's going for it. Yes, hen. So once I get that shite out of the way, I'm going to try and find some other, trying to get my strength up again. That's a nice cottage. Hope everyone else is doing alright and managing to nah. Okay, because I'm honest in this channel, I was going to start ripping into... No, I can't. I might have a few royalists here, so I'm not going to rip into the fact that... Anyway, glossing over the fact that our great queen is now passed, and the whole country is in mourning and shut down and nothing can get done. I hope everyone else is managing to be okay with stuff. What do you think? I have the fear, right, that any bike that I build will be shite compared to this. I don't know if it's a fear, but it's certainly a acute knowledge of said fact. I don't know what, it's almost like if you modify a car, you modify it to make it better, right? I guess that's maybe the argument there then. If you modify a car to try and make it better, that's fine, but your Ford Fiesta is never going to be a Porsche 911, so maybe that's this thing was built to be a faster bike from the ground up and with better developed parts. Having said that, not having modified the bike extensively and spent a lot of time on it, Maybe that's one to open up to the old forums. Cool, this is where I die. Aberdeen, fuck it, let's go this way. I don't know what road this is. Oh, that rattle! I've heard about this rattle. I think I spoke about it last time. Maybe. Apparently it goes away with a map. Anyway, sorry, yes. Anyone spent any considerable amount of time, like have you taken an SV650 for example, and turned it into an awesome machine that's just as capable as a Panigale? Probably unlikely, but can you get anywhere close with it? Does the bang for your buck with modifying things, can you just shove a set of phaser forks, for example, on a 1970s build and hope for the best? Yeah, obviously braking technology is going to be better, but by putting stiffer forks and stiffer bits and bobs on it, Jesus Christ, pay attention straight, stiffer bits and bobs on a bike, just without so much consideration as to how that impacts the chassis, is that something that people have noticed the difference with? Because it's almost a bit of a, not to say chassis technology and geometries were they were definitely understood when bikes were built, especially by the guys who built them back in the day. The technology maybe didn't exist, but then putting a set of front upside down R1 shocks on isn't going to make your bike handle like an R1, right? Because the chassis is still not the same. It's going to be different flex, there's going to be torsional rigidity that isn't necessarily there. But it will make it better, but I don't know how much better, and that's the weird question that I ask myself and lie awake at night thinking about, instead of actually doing anything in the goddamn garage. I've been on a right binge on stuff to do with the SR71, the Blackbird. Just there's some real cool stuff about it on YouTube. I find it fascinating, absolutely fascinating. Just that Cold War driven budget and technology arms race to create the most badass vehicles. It's phenomenal. Even that there's a cool story. I'll see if I can link it because it is cool. And there's talks about some someone's like checking into air traffic control over Midwest America or something, and they're in a shitty little Cessna, like, oh yeah, well, ground speed at 120 knots, and then guys like, alright, cool, and then someone else will come along in a more powerful plane, and it kind of just keeps repeating up until the point that there's a guy in an F-16, or I think this is a left turn rather than a direct. That would have been, sorry, that could have been dangerous. Imagine passing there, not knowing there's a junction there, apart from the massive sign that says there's a junction there, obviously. Yeah, and then the F-16 has his, oh, that's cool, nice. The F-16 just has his amazing speed. Sorry, I'm just going to concentrate here for a minute. Whatever it is, 800-900 miles an hour, I don't know how fast it is, it's very, very fast. And he thinks he's trumped them all, and then the SR71 that's flying an extra 20,000 feet higher than him comes over the radio and says, he just obliterates the speed. He just says, oh, just doing a ground speed check of 3 times whatever the speed the F-16 is. But it's really cool, it's a really cool story. I mean, just the sheer difference between that and some other technologies that's meant to be amazing military technology at that point in time. So I'll put a link because it's worth a little listen. Any geek would like to hear it, I'm sure. I'm literally going to take my sandwich home. That was oh well, who cares? So I'm going to try and remake my side panels. Side panels. This week, I think I need to do them. That's one of the last things I need to do in this other build. Just get these side panels. I've gone to the effort of making all these molds and going through that process. I'd be stupid not to use it on literally another XS 750 that's sat in my garage. So be quite a unique twist to that bike. So I am going to do a short 10-minute video going through that, how I've made them, and just summarise. I think I did the same with the carbon fibre mudguards. Nothing seems to stick on my YouTube really, apart from setting my bike on fire and getting that picked up, but I know that it's going to be helpful for someone, so if not helpful for me, for a reference to see where I've come from. However, so I'm going to do that this week. Hopefully I've got enough materials. I'm going to have a wee check it out this afternoon. So I will go and get check I've got enough fiberglass. The mold that I made this time is out of PET G, and I've printed it a different way, just a far smarter way, I think. So hopefully it stays rigid enough, like me. Hopefully I stay rigid enough. And if that works, then I will, I'll get my side panels made, I'll get them mounted to this battery box somehow, and to be honest, I think that will be all the fab work done on that bike, apart from maybe a rear mounting for the seat, fiberglass seat base. So why am I telling you this? Well, just to kind of talk out loud and let me see where I'm at with the build. So once that's done, I think I'll send the tank off to get vapor blasted, see if you can dig out some of that old filler as well. It's pretty minging. I'll refill it myself and get the shape. I'm going to have a stab at painting this tank as well. I'm going to paint the frame 2K paint, see if I can get quite a nice finish on it. Going to build a wee engine mount. Shed the spacing of the mountain bolts yesterday, so I can get a wee engine mount enough just to hold that thing, hold the engine vertical, allows me to work on it a bit easier rather than have it rocking around. What else? And then once that frame's painted, sort of slow process of putting it back together. I'm going to get an X21 unit from Al, kill the Bushido builds, have a shot of wire in that, chuck the gold wheels on it from the Panther build, possibly, I think, maybe. I don't know. I know I'm moving, I know I've got loads of shit to do, but if I can just get a few bits and bobs done, it will just keep the projects progressing. How's everyone else's projects going, if any? Managing to do more than me? Oh shit, this is a right hand lane. Oh well. I'll just cut this guy off, doesn't really matter. McDonald's. Who here loves McDonald's? Who here hates it? It seems to be quite a polarising place. I do find myself in there from time to time, stuffing chicken nuggets into the fat face. Alright, this picnic's really worked out well for me. Got another way to go home. That was a good run. There's two roads there I hadn't really been before. It's staggering, considering I've lived here for... Let's see. Yeah, I've lived here for a while. 10 years. Past August I've lived up in Aberdeen. And for what? At least there's going to be more drilling again. Probably one of the few people that's really glad about that. To solve the old energy crisis. Actually, I can't be arsed going that way. I'm hungry. I want my sandwich. Whee! Gonna have to get a different car to get this house. Well, another car. I don't think I'll sell Hank the Tank because, again, it's probably worth more to me than anyone else. And at least I can have a big Larry V8 that I can cruise about in whenever I want. But if I'm going to be doing more miles to get to and from the office or just generally travel, I should probably look to get something else. So, I still quite like 4x4s. I've had to really enjoyed having a big 4x4. Big Range Rover size 4x4. Let's park this way. So I don't know what to get. Maybe a newer Range Rover, like a 2008 one, 2007 one. But they come with horrific tax. Maybe it's my old gym. Just to go here. Full of yummy mummies. I mean, full of really good equipment that just allowed me to really work hard and stuff. I can't see it, but where this microphone is, it's right in my blind spot. Nice one, Struan. Yeah. So no, a newer Range Rover with a smaller engine that gets more than 13.5 miles to the gallon. Or Audi Q7, maybe the 4.2 TDI. Because I think they sound awesome. Still get slightly better miles to the gallon, but there's no LPG. Or an old Porsche Cayenne. People think they're ugly. I quite like them. They don't know me a bit. Or what else? I don't know. Something like 6-7 grand. No more than that, really. And just accept the fact that if it shits the bed, then that's a gamble. Or a Touareg, a VW Touareg. I don't know. I just quite like them. I like they're comfy. Range Rover's awesomely comfy. I'm not gonna, like, I really want to get a nice car, but I can't really afford it. So, like a nice, really miss my Subaru. God, I miss that so much. It was the right blend of cheap and fast. Had a huge amounts of character in it as well. Is it still recording? It is still recording. That's fun. Yeah, Scooby was awesome. Like, just really hard to explain. Just as a altogether. Oh, there's a Cayenne, newer one. So I thought about like a Forester STI, but everything's just getting stupidly expensive. Like even an Impreza STI is like 13-14 grand for a decent enough one. Forester STI is about the same. Yeah, they were good at 3.5 to 8 grand. Tremendous cars, but once you start getting that high, you're 14-15 grand, you're in 911 territory. I know, granted it's a 996, but to me it's the better car. It's built from the ground up to be a sports car. God, I hope that big lorry doesn't, the big van doesn't fall off. Jesus Christ. know what this rattle is. We're going to get it seen to. I don't know if it's a noisy valve train, but it's 6,000 RPM. It seems to buzz a bit. Not got anything to compare it to. I think the bike performs fast. Should I have remapped it when I got, oh Jesus, pay attention. Should I have remapped it when I got my the back box on? Probably not. I think it needs it. It only seems to be an overrun. Maybe, don't know. It's really hard to capture as well, audio, you won't pick it up. The mics won't pick it up, I don't think. Oh well. Right, I think I've talked shite for long enough. I'm gonna go home and have the sandwich that I was made purely to have as a picnic somewhere. At least it came on the adventure with me. Sure love you and leave you folks. If you liked, comment something else to do with YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, and nice monkey bites. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in a video of me in the garage sometime in the near future, maybe the next few days. So take it easy guys, see you later.